Hello and welcome back to the newest episode of Live Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, Lily Kincade. I cannot believe that it is the last Monday of January. How are you guys feeling? How was your month? It's crazy. It's crazy how fast it goes by. But every day we're growing, every day we're learning, every day we are doing something new, and that's all that matters. We just have to take life one day at a time and make the best out of the day. It's just crazy. I can't believe next month is February, which is my birthday. It's wild, but in a good way. I feel like I've grown a lot this year. I can't wait to do, closer to my birthday, I'm going to do an episode like 22 things I've learned being 22. And I think that's going to be really fun. I've already started planning that because I haven't even planned my birthday, what I'm going to do. So that is on my to-do list of things I need to do. But today's episode is going to be a little short and sweet encouragement / rant / just a place for me to talk to you guys about what to do when you have people trying to dim your light. The title of this is the lyric from a Taylor Swift song. And I think I quote this lyric pretty much minimally weekly, because it is so true and it's important to remember. And I find myself like remembering this too. And it is, people throw rocks at things that shine. What to do when, you feel like you have a lot of haters, you feel like you have a lot of people, suddenly telling you that you shouldn't go after your goals, or that it's never going to work out, or that you're making a mistake, making the wrong move. Because it can be hard, especially when it's people close to you that you love and trust. But I just want to tell you this: your dreams, your goals, your visions are between you and God. If you know that you are made for something, it does not matter what anybody else says. If you know in your heart, please always trust that over anything else, and know that it may take a long time. The road may be windy, but if that is what you're meant to do, keep going, no matter what anybody else says. In all seriousness, keep going. Okay, we'll get into more ranting in a second. I do have a couple quotes for you guys because I just love quotes. I love quotes. I have inspirational, as you guys can tell, I need to clean my apartment. I just got back to Nashville for a couple weeks, but I have so many things around because I love my environment to be a creative space that just fulfills me and gives me creative energy, because I write a lot here and am creating a lot of things here. So I have magazines, all my scrapbooks everywhere. I have various pictures, collages, some cool old vintage Rolling Stone magazines. I have all my books of Polaroid, all my vinyls. We got Norman effing Rockwell. So good. That's what I played last. I have books of different advertisements from different decades. It's just so creative in here. It's so creative. It's literally just a peek inside my brain. I have a vintage coat rack over there with all my vintage coats because they do not fit in my closet. But anyways, okay, let's get into this. Okay, so the first quote obviously is from the song Ours by Taylor Swift. People throw rocks at things that shine. People throw rocks at things that shine. Life makes love look hard. The stakes are high, the water's rough, but this love is ours. Your dream is yours. Okay, the next little quote I have is, when people are intimidated by your strength and happiness, they will try to tear you down and break your spirit. Remember, it is a reflection of their weakness, not a reflection of you. Period. I think I've really grown a lot this year, and I don't take anything personally, because nothing can truly be taken personally, because everything is, when it's said by somebody else, it's always through their filter. And usually I find most times when you go after your goals or when you're doing something, the people who do make fun of you or who do say mean comments about it are usually because they recognize a part of themselves that they are hiding or suppressing in you. Whether that be you had the courage to quit your job and your old coworker is complaining because they're miserable and they wish they had the courage and faith to quit their job like you did. But we're going to dive into that in my rants. I don't know. Thank you guys for this little space that we have. Okay, I have one more little quote I screenshotted, and this one's a good one. Ready? It is by Matshana Dilawayo. I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but I'm trying. Matshana Dilawayo, and it's, stars do not pull each other down to be more visible. They shine brighter. Think about that. Stars do not pull each other down to be more visible. They shine brighter. Stars can't cover up another star. What they do is they work on themselves and they shine brighter. And it can be very tempting when you are being pulled down to, kind of sink to that level when people are gossiping around you or being very negative or complaining, it can be like eventually at a certain point, it's like you feel like you're the only one who's not gossiping, who's not complaining, and it can be so easy to sink to that level. But I want to encourage you and encourage myself as well to like, you know what, it's okay to be different. It's okay to just shine brighter with your positivity and your love and light. And even in situations where it may feel like you're the only one, don't give in and keep being you and keep being amazing. Anyways, hope you guys like this little quotes of the week. I love doing this. I can't believe we've almost done this podcast for what? Not 6 months. October, November, December, January. 4 months? 4 months? Isn't that crazy? That's just wild to me. That is wild in the best way, right? I don't know. Now I'm just making things up in my brain. But anyways, yeah, what I was saying is like, it can be very interesting. I've noticed that whenever I'm doing something that I'm really excited about, whether that be like, oh, I'm sharing about a new song or something I wrote. I used to when I was like younger. It doesn't really happen anymore because I'm very strict with who I allow into my life and in a personal way. Like I'm very particular about who I work with. I'm very particular about even like what I watch or what I listen to. Like if things are complaining or like I don't follow a lot of like YouTubers or TikTokers or people or that are like very complaining, because one of my biggest pet peeves is like the victim mindset, because no matter what, there's always somebody who has it worse than you and there's always somebody who has it better than you. So when you think about that, you really can't complain. And so I just cannot stand that. So I'm very particular about what I consume. But when I was younger and when I was, not as secure in who I am and confident in myself and strong in my faith, I definitely would allow what people said really got under my skin. It never changed me. Like when people were like, oh, you shouldn't move out to LA. Like, oh, you're going to do music. Why are you doing that? Like that, it never changed my mind. Like I was never at a place where it would change my mind, which is some people do. And that's really sad that people got under your skin, but it would bother me. It would bother me and it would steal my energy, and I would be thinking about it and I'd be journaling about it and I'd be wasting my energy and my time, fixated on that. And growing up, I realized now that usually it's a projection of what they're feeling and the lack of some trait that they see in me that they have in themselves. And knowing that doesn't necessarily make it any easier. Like, if you're gonna maybe switch majors and you tell your family and they're really worried and concerned, it doesn't mean that's not gonna hurt. But when you are doing things in line to who you are in your soul, you always are going to like end up feeling good. You're always going to feel that like soul rest in a sense. Yeah, it may make you stressed out a little bit because you may have more on your plate. Or if you're quitting a job to pursue your dream, you may have to, work on the weekends to do something, which is going to make you stressed, but it's not going to be soul stress. But there's a warning. Whenever you guys start to heal yourself, whether that be like, just not even heal yourself. I would say when you really start stepping into your power in every area, you are going to have people come and try to test you and come and try to take you down, because that energy, not to be all like, oh my God, energy, but it is magnetic. My friends are some of the most confident, amazing business owners, artists, creatives ever that I've ever seen. And their energy scares me sometimes in a beautiful way because it is so powerful and so inspiring, in a way that I'm like, I'm so lucky to get to be your friend and to get to see this and to get to encourage you and get to walk with you in this life. And I can see it from a perspective of how people who maybe aren't as confident, they start to get a lot of haters. But when you are in that energy, it is truly like you start to become unstoppable. And so the goal is now for me and for you is to prepare for what is going to come. Like I'm a big planner. I love like a game plan. I love a little game plan. I love a little like, here's what we're going to do. If this happens, this is what we're going to do. A POA, a plan of action. I call it a POA. I don't know why, POA, plan of action. But even me, like it sounds silly, but I'm like, okay, I'm already prepping for, as I start to get bigger, as we start to grow the Kincadian family, there is going to be haters. And you know what? I know that that has nothing to do with me. I can control what I can control. And some people are going to be jealous or they're going to be bored. And you know what? Hopefully all we can do is inspire them. And, sometimes the haters are the ones who need the most love. So, I always send the haters love. And I hope that you guys should too in your life. Like when you have people tearing you down, it's never about you. And I guess that's the kind of the point of this is like, I just want you to know, because I know what it feels like when you feel like the people that you love are turning against you, or, you know, it can be very hard. It can be very hard, especially if it's because you are expressing something and being very vulnerable. Like, songwriting is very vulnerable. When I first show people songs, it can be very nerve-wracking. Like, what if they don't like it? What if they tear it down? And some of the haters are going to tear it down because they are haters and that's what they do. But I just want to tell you that, you know, don't let it discourage you, because it's never about you, and keep following your heart no matter what. And at the end of the day, like, that's all you can do, is be authentic and stay true to you, and be prepared for the haters. Like, for me and for you guys, have a plan. If somebody leaves a mean comment, maybe your plan is to block them. If somebody keeps saying, if a person close in your life, or it could be a family member even, like, there's a million scenarios, but like, have a plan. Like, one thing could be like, okay, if Aunt so-and-so says this at dinner, I'm going to tell her to please not ask me that question again, and that's how I'm going to answer it. Or it could be like, hey, if I'm going back here, Mom, could you please not ask me about this right now? I'm working on it right now, and I just don't want to get anxious over it. I'll tell you when it's done. You're allowed to set boundaries, and I feel like that helps a ton, because I'm telling you, when you are achieving things, when you are getting promotions, suddenly people are going to come after you. Even in like corporate world, I have a bunch of friends that work in corporate 9 to 5, and it is true. When they are getting promotions, they have people, you know, come after them, or, you know, who get envious, and that is going to happen. But if anything, I want you to know that that means you're on the right track, because you are succeeding. But also, let it fuel you. Let it fuel you. I can't speak. Oh my God. Let it fuel you. You know, you are making a difference. And I always say this, it's like, I love analogies, right? I told you guys, this is just a little rant all over the place. This is the last thing I'll say about this. But basically, I wanted to sum it up that people throw rocks at things that shine. And so when you are achieving things, do not let the darkness start to impact you. If anything, it means you're doing the right thing, and keep going, because you are making an impact. And even if people are saying negative things, it's because they're seeing you, and they're seeing the progress, and they're seeing the love and light and energy and gifts that you are sharing with the world, and they're jealous of that. But, you know, hopefully they can come around. We all can change. But I like to use this analogy of, like, think about in a bedroom, in blinds or curtains. If you have lightness outside, if it's daytime and it's super sunny, it's the summertime, I like to say that haters or negative people in your life are like curtains or blinds, depending on the country that you live in. And it's like, they can have their curtains down. You know, the negative people are living in their own room. They can pull the curtains down. Does that stop you from shining in? No. No matter what they do, they can, like, say negative things. They can, like, write on the outside of the windows that they hate the light, blah, blah, blah. That does not stop the light from shining. It doesn't stop the light from shining. And, you know, the only thing that they can do is maybe eventually they're going to roll up their blinds a little bit. They're going to open the curtains a little bit and start to let that light in. And so it's so crucial that you keep being that light. Nothing that they do or say truly has the power to take away from you. If anything, it's like you are the one giving it to them when you listen and take in what they say. That is about them, not you. So keep shining. Don't dim your light for other people. I used to do that a lot too, you guys. I used to, like, dim my light for other people because I felt like I was being too much, and I didn't want to seem braggy, or I didn't want to seem, you know, prideful. But you know what? Don't dim your light. Your light is a gift. And if anything, having a bright light is going to brighten other people's lives. And, you know, being the first one to introduce yourself at an event or whatever, it doesn't make you seem weird. It's going to make you seem very welcoming and confident. And just know that you're on the right path. Haters can be fun, you know, because people throw rocks at things that shine. This was a little rant. Okay, the rant is over. I just needed to say that. I'm about to go to the grocery store because I'm going to make a smoothie. You guys, I got the ingredients to make the Erewhon smoothie because in Nashville, there's no Erewhon. So I'm in my cooking mindset here. But I got blue spirulina powder, and I got, like, frozen banana, and I have, like, almond butter, and I have protein powder, and I have frozen pineapple, and I have frozen bananas, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm gonna make a smoothie. I'm craving a smoothie right now, even though it's freezing cold in Nashville and it's raining. It's supposed to snow again, which I actually really want it to snow because I just want to, like, frolic in the snow with my friends, and just, like, vibe around and stay in my PJs all day and watch movies and have a snow day and pretend I'm a little kid. But anyways, I love you guys. I will see you next week, but let's say the affirmation real quick. And as always, you can DM me anytime on Instagram. Keep streaming, Lily Kincade. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the new music that's coming out. Seriously, like, it's so exciting. But yes, and you can leave requests for future Live Laugh Lily Kincade episodes / what you want me to talk about / anything. I just love this. There's like 5 people that listen to this, and I just want to say I love you. one day, people are going to go look back at this because they're going to be like, oh my God, she's fake. She's an industry plant. And it's going to be like, no, not an industry plant, period. Okay, ready? Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And remember, people throw rocks at things that shine, so keep shining.